Dr. Johnson. First question. Who was Samuel Johnson? Born 18th September 1709. Died 13 December 1784. Often called Dr. Johnson. Second, Dr. Johnson was a English writer who made lasting contribution as dash, a poet, playwright, essayist, moralist, literary critic, sermonist, biographer, editor, and lexicographer. Third question. The Oxford Dictionary of National Biography calls him dash, arguably the most distinguished man of letters in English history. 14th question. Dr. Johnson's notable works. A Dictionary of the English Language 1755. A Journey to Western Isles of Scotland 1775. Fifth question. How does Dr. Johnson critically evaluate Shakespeare as an artist? Johnson's preface to Shakespeare is an everlasting contribution to English literary criticism. Sixth question. How does Johnson prize Shakespeare's art of characterization? Johnson praises Shakespeare's art of characterization, highlighting their variety, depth, credibility, and the power of delighting his audience. Seventh question. What are the views of Johnson on poetry? In his Life of Milton, Johnson writes about poetry. He says that poetry is art of uniting pleasure with truth by calling imagination to the help of reason. Eighth question. What did Johnson criticize about Shakespeare's play? Johnson does not take a favorable view of Shakespeare's tragic plays, inappropriate use of idle conceit, and his over fondness for foibles, imagination, but his moral concern are principally important. Ninth question. What kind of critic was Samuel Johnson? Literary critic. 10th question. What are the faults of Shakespeare in Johnson's preface to Shakespeare? Shakespeare writes without moral purpose and is more careful to please than to instruct. 11th question. Johnson passes the judgment that Shakespeare is a dash, poet of nature, meaning that through his work he reflects life, the real life, and manners. 12th question. Dr. Johnson's prose style is highly dash, Latinized. 13th question. Johnson's Rambler is still relevant because the papers published in it contains Johnson's principle of criticism. 14th question. Who is the writer of Johnson's famous biography? Boswell. 15th question. Dr. Johnson's The Vanity of Human Wishes was written in dash, closed heroic couplets. 16th question. In his views on the death of Cordelia in King Lear, which is ground not specifically cited by Samuel Johnson, it is contrary to Neoplatonic idea of decorum. 17th question. The object of all criticism, according to Johnson, is to make the obscure and the confused clear and understood. 18th question. Samuel Johnson defended Shakespeare's use of the dash, tragic comedy. 19th question. The defect or fault in Shakespeare according to Johnson is that dash, he sacrificed virtue to convenience. 20th question. Johnson said that Shakespeare often surpassed expectation or desire when he wrote thus: comedy.